Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Horror... No, wrong day. Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Tonight, Helloran Rising. It's Tuesday, so therefore it must be. Last time we were here... Well, Yorick can tell us all about that.
Dear Reorcs, so after resealing the door that contained the Dragon Eater, We start running down a dragon bored tunnel over the top of a lava flow that's draining out to the fire waste. Life sure is pretty crazy these days. The path is a little tricky underfoot, but Gus and I are used to this kind of terrain. As the tunnel descends, it gets closer to the lava flow we're following, and holes begin to appear in the floor, which catches Gus and Melissa by surprise. Florian catches Gus, but Melissa disappears down a hole, though she immediately reappears back in the tunnel. Cool move. But she really needs to sort out her footwear. This is not the place for heels. She needs to pop on those nice booties I made for everyone recently. It then occurs to me, I can create some safety rocks. Casting animate objects on a number of large stones allowed them to float. So I hand them out to those in need of them. And then they have a sort of buoyancy, making holes in the ground much less dangerous. And I think I can get these things to attack our enemies too. I'm sure that would be helpful. Suddenly, there's a rumbling, and something erupts from the ground. It's like a giant worm with teeth and tentacles, and it grabs for ends. We all jump into action, including Celestigal, carrying Trellador to the worm's mouth. I command my fluty rocks to attack the nearest enemy, and because everyone has pocketed them, they all get dragged along with them, which is hilarious. Though it does leave Gus precariously dangling over a hole. But he disappears pretty soon after, so I'm sure he's fine. We get more people trying to fall through holes, more smacking the bad guys, more rocks dragging my friends around. This is great fun. I rescue Melissa from the evil clutches of a tentacle before she cuts it off at the base with her scythe while I'm wrestling with it. Awesome. I look for Gus so I can slap him with a flopping tentacle, but he's nowhere to be seen. After the tentacles are destroyed, we all turn on the main worm thing. It doesn't stand a chance. And eventually, Florian gets the killing blow. We're all set to carry on after the tunneling dragon. And scene.
Superb. Okay, well, that all sounds very exciting. I especially like the addition of the safety rocks. It's marvellous stuff. So, as Yorick has described, the aftermath of this battle with this tentacled worm thing that seems to be sliding back down through holes in the floor, and it's left basically a tunnel-wide hole in the floor in front of you. There are various other holes sort of dotted around this place where the tentacles were, and literally the ones that were here due to the thinness of the tunnel floor and ceiling above the lava flow. I would like anybody dwarvish to give me a survival check, which you could do with advantage because of your terrain knowledge.
22.
22.
17.
17. So, both of you sort of look at the floor, look at the depth of the rock between you and the drop into the lava flow below. You've seen this sort of thing before, although from a further distance away, and you'd be much more comfortable at that distance right now. You suspect that it won't be long before this floor falls through, especially with the number of holes that are around here and that big gaping chasm, which now, as you look up at it, some of it just crumbles and falls off down into the lava. What would you like to do?
Should I summon some owls?
I
Is
think
everybody safe?
get out of here, don't we?
That might be the best idea, Celeste.
I've lost my safety rock though, so I can't float anymore.
All the safety rocks have... All the safety rocks have probably just dropped to the ground. It doesn't last that long.
And summon 8 giant owls.
Okay, is there anybody here that is not immune or resistant to fire?
Everyone
You're
should
all
be resistant.
resistant.
You're all resistant, but I'm just
Real
checking.
spoon.
Okay. Righto. Okay. So, You're summoning some owls, are you?
Eight owls.
Okay. I would like constitution checks for all of your owls, please.
Oh, good God.
You can do a blanket check if you wish, if you think that will give you more of a chance, better options, but...
Check to see if their feathers all instantly ignite.
It's very hot down here.
So it's all +1.
Okay.
Good luck.
So I'll say that the DC down here at the moment is that's a 74. How did you roll a
They passed.
74?
That's quite a good one.
Yeah.
Rolled all the
Are you-
d20s at once.
Are you then
Yeah.
dividing it by something?
By 8.
No, there was 17, 6,
I thought you said
12,
plus
4,
one.
1,
So wouldn't it be 18, 7?
14, 16, 4. So add 1 to all of those. So the lowest is a natural 1.
Okay.
Got
Well,
2 4s and a 6. Everything else is 13 or above.
okay. So, anything that's below 15 takes 8 points of fire damage. And the natural one, you say, will take both
Yeah.
double that, which is 16.
Okay.
So,
Are they actual owls you summon? They're not spectral or anything.
No, it's summon animal.
yeah, they're actual
Technically a
creatures.
spirit that takes the form of an animal, I
8, did you
believe.
say?
Yeah, 8 for everything apart from the natural one, which takes 16.
Okay, so 3 took the 8 and 1 took the 16 and then the rest were okay.
Yeah. So, you summon your owls and they start carrying people. Is that correct?
I don't get on one. If I've seen that a couple have taken damage, I'll just boss it.
Okay. You can run up walls, so I don't have a problem with that. What I would like you to do is make a... Problem is this place is crumbling. So I would like a... Let's say dexterity check that you can have with advantage.
Hang on.
Just need you to beat... Let's say beat a 15. And you'll be fine.
So in that case, we've got 2 that aren't being ridden. I'd probably say the natural 1 and one of the other ones that got
Okay.
damaged.
Yeah, sure.
And they're flying around in case they need to grab somebody at
Yep, makes sense.
sort of quick notice. So sort of 1 near the front and 1 near the back.
Gus and I could always just run along the lava if we need. Or I could fabricate some sort of lava boat.
Well, I can swim really fast.
Quite
These
hard to
guys-
swim through rock, though.
These are flying at 60 feet, so we can
Oh,
do
wow.
120 feet in a round.
Okay. So, what did you get, Florian?
Sorry, I was trying to find what there's something what my unarmored movement thing said. 9.
9.
Yeah,
Okay.
but my unarmored movement improvement says you can move along vertical surfaces and across liquids on your turn without falling during the move.
Okay, well this isn't... This
I
is
know
a,
it's not vertical.
this
but
is
like
a
surfaces,
crumbling
so-
surface. So the rocks are falling as you're putting your feet on them.
Yeah.
So you got a 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you... as you're running across the side wall, the rocks are sort of dropping as you go, and you start to fall down. But with a 9, I'll say you can sort of grab onto one of the side that's not falling,
Right, yeah.
not crumbling, and make a strength check to acrobatics or athletics to pull yourself back up.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Unless an eagle wants to assist.
21.
21. Yeah, no problem. You see Florian sort of run, whoop, disappear for a moment, and you see these sort of hands, and he sort of springs back up into the cavern and starts running alongside the eagles. owls. Sorry.
I
So,
apologise. I've just double checked. It's 3 that haven't taken any damage, 4 that have taken 8, and 1 that's taken.
okay.
16.
All right. No worries. So, you fly on. Ferenz. You get a message in your head from Serenicus. It is done. I have to go. My home is ruined. It is free. I wish you luck, small one. And goes. So, as you follow this tunnel down and down and down, it gets dangerously close to the lava. I want a constitution check for the owls again, please.
Okay.
I'll say the DC this time is 18.
Okay.
Anything that fails the 18 will take 8 points of fire damage. If you get a natural 1, it will take double that again.
Okay, so I'm doing the 4 that have taken 8 damage. That way it's
Yep.
just easier.
Yep.
And they all fail.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah.
All I want
Did-
to fail, go, owl.
Ow, ow, ow.
So they take another 8 damage, yeah?
Yeah, unless any of them got a natural 1, then they take 16.
One of them did, yeah.
Okay.
You rolled 4d20 and the highest was an 11. That's impressive.
Oh, no.
It's pretty rough.
So one goes poof.
One goes poof. Okay. And the other.
Which
This
one?
is the one that got the natural 1 last time.
Does that mean you need to roll to see who was on it and see who
So
falls
it
into
goes
lava?
poof.
Okay. So that's two that are gone. You've only got
And
one more
then-
spare.
3 that haven't taken any damage, so
They all got higher than 18, did they?
I'm just rolling now.
All right.
No, nobody got higher
Oh
than
my god. The highest roll.
Blimey now. What on earth?
That was some
Alright.
dreadful rolls. So,
That
yes,
is 8 d20s and
the highest was
the
11.
highest.
That's pretty poor. So, yeah, they all take 8 damage.
Let's find a positive somewhere, guys. Well done, that. Well done overachieving.
I know,
something very, very
that's-
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Frankly,
I'm
impressive.
impressed. I think it's great. Well done. So,
So yeah, 2 have gone poof. One of them I know definitely didn't have anybody on it because that was the one that had got the natural 1 on the first one. So
Uh-huh.
one random one.
one random one. Okay, so who's on an owl? All of you, apart from Florian. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. 7, and you've got how many owls did you summon?
8.
Well, 7 because one's
3,
gone
6.
poof already.
Yeah, summoned 8. 2 have gone poof.
Okay,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
6 were being ridden. So there's a chance that the one that went poof, the other one that went.
Surely 7 are being,
Have
Riddle.
you wild typed again then?
unless you're wild shaped, are you?
No, you're right. It's it's 7.
Okay,
Can't count.
so one's gone
One-
poof. Okay, I would like you to roll 1d8 minus 1. And
Rolls a 1, get 0.
Nobody falls off.
one gets
Rolls a
zero.
1, get 0.
Wow.
Okay. That is
1 minus 1 is 0.
astonishing. I'm going to go with Celeste. The owl that you are riding or being carried by goes poof. You fall. You're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the floor. And
Can
does that
I get to her?
Yep, you probably can. I'm just going to roll to see if the floor disappears. It does not. It holds firm.
Yeah.
So you're on the floor. Florian, you quite easily with your speed catch up to her.
Yeah. Catch up, pick her up, and we'll be like, gonna do anything else? You better do it now. The floor's not stable.
And I will.
Is the
Nod at
owl's
him.
concentration?
Oh God, with your rolls.
Yes.
This could
Okay.
go really bad.
So it's only a DC 10.
Okay.
Can you roll a physical dice?
TPK by owl disappearing.
I mean-
like
Had-
I'm here for it.
Please.
That'd be great.
Oh, hey!
yeah.
Hey! I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Nick-
you maintain... Sorry, Jay.
It's more exciting if everybody could see it
There
being
you go.
happening and being atrocious.
Yeah. Sorry, Jay, you were going to say something?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I was just going to say that the next level I'm taking fly.
Probably wise. So, you maintain your concentration. The owls continue on carrying everybody else. You shoot through this tunnel. You go down and down and down and down. The floor now seems to be basically missing the sides of the walls. How are you getting through this part? Because you can't run up vertical surfaces, Celeste.
Well, as soon as sort of Florian told me that the floor was really weak, I would just turn myself into an eagle.
Okay, and does that
Catch up.
take concentration?
No, that's just my wild shape.
Okay, cool. Righto,
I
so
have no wild shapes. I was trying to keep it in case I needed to.
yeah,
heal.
no, that's fair. One more Constitution save for the owls before you can get out of this tunnel. Sorry.
I mean,
As we fly along, with the owls that we've got left, Friends will just chuck out a quick mass healing word
Okay, sure.
for the owls, which so it's going to be 1d4 plus 5, so it shouldn't be too bad. They get 8 points each back.
Nice.
So 3 will definitely be okay.
Okay.
So that leaves the other 3.
Okay. So we're gonna assign numbers to these. So the first one you're gonna roll is the one that Ferenz is on. So that'll be
Okay.
you can choose whichever one that is. I'm assuming you've got them numbered 1 to 8, but obviously number 1 has gone, which was you. So number 2 is
Yeah.
Ferenz.
Can Friends also guide his owl?
I'm gonna say no because you cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Hang on, just doing some mental math here.
Okay.
Here a while.
Careful. You'll hurt yourself.
Wait, whose owl is this?
So unless they get a natural 1, they should be okay.
Okay.
So you basically just jinx me now.
You've just jinxed us.
Right, friends.
That's a 6. Takes 8 points of damage.
So, yep. Okay, so who's number
Next
3?
is Gus.
They are some poor rolls, man. Jesus.
Again,
this is
8
unbelievable.
Eight
Getting it out of the
points
way.
of
Getting it
damage.
out of the way.
The last one?
No,
I think the next
number
one's
4
mine.
is Melissa.
Number of the beast.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
16.
Still takes 8 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay, so they're on, like, hang on,
Death's door.
3 hit points each.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They're okay. Do you want me to roll for the other 3 to see if they take damage as well?
Yes,
or-
please. Yep. So Miet's owl does
Miet's
not
owl is
take any
fine.
damage. Trelador's owl
So,
does not take any damage. Yorick's owl
and Yorick.
takes 8 points
Right.
of fire damage. So these eagles are struggling to carry you lot through this fire.
I said I
Lord of
could
the
have
Rings
made a
makes a
boat.
lot more sense.
Sorry?
Suddenly, Lord of the Rings makes a lot more sense that they couldn't get
Yeah,
those
well,
eagles to take
you know.
them there.
Eagles are not fireproof.
They're allergic to lava.
Well, they're owls, but yeah.
Sorry,
Still.
owls,
Ah, yeah.
because of the ouchie.
Eagles I could only have summoned 4 of, because they're a high challenge rating.
So, okay, so you emerge into the outside. You think it's very smoky here. It's very the lava heat is intense. Looking around, you can see just it's like a field of lava. Some of it towards the edges is cooling, and there are burnt vegetation out here. So there is smoke arising, and in the distance you can see, well, it should be further away. The Temple of Amash looks to be closer to the mountain than it was before.
Huh?
The one we had that big battle outside of and went in.
That's the one. So,
How much closer?
you would suggest. Well, it took you a while to get there before, didn't it? And all of this sort of stuff, although you didn't come here specifically, was not Firelands, not Fire Waste. But now it seems to be coated in lava. As far as the eye can see, you would suggest it's probably at least half the distance that it was away from.
So it's just like the burning desert what we were walking on before we got to the lava bits and that. Oh wow!
But now it's lava. There's a big sort of lava flow coming out of the mountain.
Kind of makes sense, right? I mean, getting closer to the lava to draw it in, so it doesn't take as long.
Okay.
How much lava is in front of us to get to the temple?
As far as you can tell, it goes all the way to the temple.
Well, we gotta go stop her.
Can your owls get everyone there, Celeste?
Depends. Oh.
Oh fuck yeah!
No, I'm an eagle. They're ours.
Shouldn't he be able to understand her anyway, since he understands all languages now?
Oh, I can. Yeah.
So, but do you speak with animals?
I'd say Florian's good at eaglese.
You understand all spoken languages, and any creatures
Yeah.
that can understand a language can understand what you say.
Yeah, so she can understand you, but you can't understand her.
Yep.
It's
I've got
silliest is spoken language.
Well, it's not. It's
Casting scores.
It's not a language.
it's not spoken. There are no words involved.
It's not like you could learn it. Finny.
It's not sentence structures and verbiage. You know, no.
Go on Duolingo and see if you can find eagle if
Yeah.
it's on there.
If you can find
They did
avian,
have owl. They did have owls, but then it died.
too soon,
So-
man. Too soon.
so. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay,
I love it when a DM says that.
Trelador. As you
Trying
are
to do the bird thing where to try and indicate. I don't know.
Trelador, as you emerge into the air out of the mountain, you instinctually look across to where you know the forest of Drummond lies, and you can see it in the distance. Looks as though it's still the barrier is intact, and it looks as though some of the trees are sort of in a protective formation around, but you can still see there are swathes of it missing. Give me a wisdom check, please. It's very low DC.
A what check, sorry? You
Wisdom,
broke up.
please.
Wisdom.
Oh, catch you would help. Wisdom check.
Yep.
10 plus 11.
11. Okay, that's cool. So,
Is it
You-
though?
yeah, pretty much is.
It's
You-
quite hot here.
Well, I mean, I assume you've got altitude so that the owls are getting away from the lava, because you don't want to go all crispy fried owl.
Don't ask me,
I
I
will
don't know
be
how to
sort of
drive an owl.
circling underneath them because I can go 80 feet in my eagle.
Okay. So, Trelador, as you're looking towards the forest to see if it's okay, there's a presence in your mind that you felt before when you communed with the forest itself. You hear not really words, but it's the acknowledgement of the warden, you, and a sort of, you can feel that little bump of power as the forest tries to give you the fire resistance that it did before. But you're already immune to fire, are you not? Or are you just resistant? I can't remember who's resistant.
I think I'm just resistant.
Didn't Reorx give us something?
Yes, Reorx gave everybody resistance, but those that were already naturally resistant got immunity.
I'm not naturally resistant anymore because I'm not a dwarf anymore.
Yeah. So you got resistance. Okay, so you can upgrade that to immunity.
Can I?
As the forest bumps your power.
Can I extend that to others?
You can certainly try. Tell me how you're going to do that. Explain to me what Trelador does to try and spread this power.
Trelador hasn't got a clue how this works, so he's going to just shout out like he does with Reorx and just go, I don't know how to address you. Forest? Person? Do you speak? No, Forest, you don't speak, do you?
You get the feeling that there's a sort of almost a personality that just sort of is slightly amused by that, but is willing to listen and willing to aid the warden in any way it can.
Well, you're not. Look, as your warden, I command you to extend this blessing upon my acquaintances here.
Okay. All right, roll me a persuasion check, please.
I'm not good at persuasion.
I know.
I am a charisma paladin, obviously.
Obviously.
That's not too bad. 17 for 16.
16. The presence sort of is a bit you feel it's slightly taken aback, but you can then feel your essence flooded with the dampness of the earth, the rising of sap, the sort of that power of nature coming through. And anybody that's looking can see Trelador get slightly bigger and leafier as sort of his arms sort of go branch-like as they sort of reach out. And everybody that didn't have immunity now has immunity.
Fantastic.
To fire.
Heart eyes from Florian when Trelador gets bigger.
All right, keep in your pants, Florian.
It's not that kind of wood.
I mean, it might be.
I know I've done this, so I'm just going to shout out, "You're welcome, by the way. Don't all thank me at once."
Yeah, all of you feel that same sort of dampness of earth and richness of loam and resistance to fire.
Thank you, Trelador.
So.
No, come on, all of you, not just one of you.
Didn't do nothing for me, mate. That Reorx hasn't already done.
Me neither.
Well.
Thank you, Trelador.
You're welcome. You know, you all owe me, but you know, these are just a taster of my new powers. So you should be afraid of me a little bit, I would have thought.
Oh, God.
Right,
I am joking, of course. Ha ha ha.
Are we all
thank you.
over there?
It'd be helpful.
Are we going?
So, what are you doing with
We
these
had to sort
eagles?
this out.
Sorry, owls.
Eagles.
What's the plan,
Fly
guys?
Them in the direction it looks like we're going to be heading to, I assume, to the temple.
Well, we need to go stop
You go
this
to the
all
temple.
flowing out. So
Okay.
Let's go. And I start running.
Okay, you're going to run across the lava. Nice. Okay, so the rest of you are carried by your owls. Celeste, you're on your eagle, and Florian is running. So, you run for a while. Florian and Celeste, perception checks, please. Because you two are the fastest, right?
I mean, yeah, if I'm using everything to run, I can do basically 180 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do 160.
Okay.
31.
31.
Oh, and you're an eagle as well, and I'm just a puny human.
Yeah, well, not all of us can use our bonus action to dash as well.
17, sorry.
17. Okay. So, Florian, you're having trouble seeing the heat haze here is quite astonishing. You suspect if you weren't immune to fire, you'd be seriously suffering.
Yeah.
The heat waves make it difficult to see, but you think you see figures in the distance, but then they vanish, and it's like heat mirages everywhere. Celeste, you've got a better view being up top, and you can see more of those. You know the fireworms that the kobolds that you fought were on. You can see those in the distance, sort of swimming almost in the lava. They don't appear to have riders, but you can also see other strange volcanic rocks type structures that almost look like guard towers with platforms on the top, where you can see kobold archers, and you suspect that they will be patrols.
I'll circle around everyone to get their attention, and then squawk in that direction.
Nice. The rest of you see Celeste sort of circling around, behaving erratically.
can I tell what she's trying to imply?
I wonder if she's lost.
Make an insight check.
Way. Celeste, it's that way.
Is there anywhere sort of nearby that's safe to land, or is it just a lake
Make
of lava?
a perception check.
24 on the inside.
24 on insight. You suspect that Celeste is trying to warn you of danger ahead.
I think there's danger ahead. And I'll then be looking ahead to see if
Yeah.
I can see what she's indicating.
So you can see the structures, and you can just about make out figures on top of it, and in the lava itself you can see those fireworms that you'd fought before.
Looks like there's guards on the towers.
I will squawk in affirmation.
Okay. Yorick, what did you get for your perception check?
25 on perception.
25. Okay. Looking for a safe landing spot, you can see that there are these towers, which you suspect, whilst not safe because they have enemy forces on them, you can see slightly closer to you a number of other, not towers as such, but almost platforms where rocks have been pushed up by the flow of lava and starting to cool. With your 25, you think you could probably get on one of the lower ones and be out of sight of the towers if you wanted to.
And is it big enough for a group of us?
Yes, so there's quite a lot of these smaller ones that have sort of been pushed together. Whilst it's not a flat surface, it's available. You would have available space for all of you to land on, for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm going to call out. Right, everyone follow me. Fly low-ish, but not too low. I want to get a bit of cover. There's a bit of land we can stop and make a land.
How far are the kobolds?
The kobolds are up on the towers. They're about, you suspect, let's think, about half a mile, possibly a little bit less.
Okay, cool.
And this tower, this sort of mesa type thing that you're trying to land on, it's not really a mesa, but it's sort of a rocky outcrops, is about 1,000 feet away from you currently.
Two things.
All right,
This-
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
I was just agreeing with Yorick.
Yeah. Okay.
So two things. This
Yep.
sounds like an origin story
Okay.
of owls. That was the and the second thing is, did you say that I saw any of that with my 17 roll, or I?
You think you saw through the haze figures on the
Figures.
horizon, but
Yeah.
they kind of drift in and out of vision, so you're not sure whether they're real or they're mirages.
Yeah. Well, I just keep running because I'm assuming these guys are like 180 feet above me because they're out of the heat, so I can't hear anything going on.
This is very true. So the rest of you sort of peel off to the right and start to head down. Florian, what's your passive perception, Florian?
Shite. 13.
13. Okay.
Although you couldn't hear us, I would imagine that you would be regularly checking up in the sky to see if we're there.
I mean, if you are, then you'll see them all sort of drift away to the right.
Because you're not just going to sort of just go.
Well, unless you want to go. Up to you.
This is Hellador, remember? He does do things like that.
No, that's Florian. Trelador's on an owl.
Oh, yeah, right, Florian, yeah.
Trelador's probably just not really paying that much attention and sort of looking at his hands while trying to control this eagle. Like, he's quite big.
Yeah, it's probably. I probably would if I can see them above the heat haze and I can make them out. Sure,
Yeah,
I would.
I mean, they were kind of flying. Celeste was sort of flying directly above, but slightly behind you at the speed you were going. So you can see Celeste is banking away, and the rest of them, if you look behind, are all heading off to the right.
Yeah, once I saw where Yorick was leading us to, I'd swoop down and speed past him just in case anything happens to the owls and I can grab people
Okay.
before they fall to, I know the lava won't damage them, but it doesn't mean
Okay.
that they won't take any damage.
It's still her.
Yeah.
I just thought Florian walking is like being at the airport on those long flat
Travel
conveyors, where you just power walk and you're doing triple speed.
Awesome. So yeah, do you? I assume you follow them over that way.
Yeah, I'd go that way.
All right. So it doesn't take you too long before you get there. The owls land. Celeste as the eagle lands, and Florian is probably there waiting for you. Yeah. So you land safely. Are you trying to do things stealthily to make sure you're not seen? If so, I'd like a group stealth check.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
If we're proceeding on foot, I would come out of my form and cast Also Without a Trace.
Okay.
So from this bit, we can make it by foot to the temple.
I mean, you might be able to find a path, yeah.
Can we just take a moment?
That's what we're doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't think people appreciated what I just did there.
I
Didn't do
certainly
nothing
did.
for me, boyo.
Can't feel the heat of the lava, and you said something about it, so I assumed it was you.
Of course. Yes, I have a new power.
And what power is that then?
I can command the whole forest.
Wow. That's
That's
so
pretty
cool.
impressive.
Maybe every time one of us does something cool, we should sit around and pat each other on the back about it. Would that be nice?
Are you being
Or should we just
sarcastic?
go, nice one, and then we'll just carry on with our day?
Can I insight check in to see where he's taking
Absolutely,
the
you could take instant check.
I'm not hiding that I'm taking the piss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
I'm not very
it's-
persuasive.
It's Trelador.
I
Passive
don't really.
insights of 20, so I know you're taking the piss.
My passive insight is 11, so do I need to roll or just
Yeah, just roll. What'd you get?
insight plus 1? 13.
13. You suspect heavily that Yorick is taking the piss.
Yorick, I don't like this side of you. You can just be happy for all my numerous achievements. You don't have to be jealous just because Reorx doesn't like you as much.
Right.
No, thank you though.
See, that was
Thank,
me
No,
taking the
I
piss.
do like it when you get funny.
thank you though, Trelador. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to run across this. So
Yeah, I know. I know. You can. Well,
No,
we don't
seriously,
have to.
Flurry, you don't need to like stroke his ego. It's big enough.
Right.
Anyway,
So,
enough of
We-
that.
what are we gonna
'cause, you
do?
know, I don't know.
Maybe you caught me on a bad day, but we all do cool shit all the time, and we don't need fucking little parties going. Oh, look what a cool thing I did every time. Let's just get on with it, all right?
I'd
Well done.
go up to Yorick, put my hand on his shoulder, and say in Dwarvish, even though I don't know whether Trellador can still understand Dwarvish.
No,
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Say in
Can
Dwarvish,
I?
Yeah.
I say, don't worry, it's just his insecurities. He needs patting on his back occasionally, like a little baby boy.
I'm just looking at my spell list to see if there's anything I can do.
Yeah.
Right. So, what are we gonna do? We need to stop this flow of the lava, and to do that, we're gonna have to deal with Florian's mom.
Got it go.
I am not sure we have that much in the way of bargaining power.
you got me.
Admit, yeah, no, we don't.
Handing you over to your mother as half of the puzzle that can destroy the world does not make you a good bargaining chip.
No.
I hasten to add that we not only have one part of that puzzle, but we have both parts.
Yes, but what's in our favor there is that their mother does not know where the other part is. So if we walk in there with no bargaining chips, she could just torture the information out of us.
Torture.
Precisely.
That's a good idea.
Mm,
Dwarves can't be tortured. Sorry.
are you sure?
Sorry, I think
There's
you're right.
a very real
Challenge
Here for you.
accepted.
there's a very real chance that we may end up having to fight her. And we're strong, but I don't know if we're that strong.
Are you okay with that, Florian? You know, no sentimental attachment there.
I mean, I don't know. The mighty Trellador can probably handle it all by himself.
What is wrong with you today?
I don't know, mate. I'm just having a funny one.
I mean, you're
Right.
not normally like this.
Yorick, document your symptoms and write them down. It might be.
Maybe it's the heat. Wait, I'm not feeling the heat at all.
I think
That
that's the
might-
problem.
That
You're
might be the
welcome.
problem.
Am I okay with it though? We'll find out, won't we, if we have to?
I would rather find out now if you're likely to have a moment when we get there, or if you'll be willing to fight her.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got an idea. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. Now,
Hit
you
us with
know,
it, depends.
if we're immune to this larva stuff, and Mr. Florian tried to pull it back before, but now with him being immune to the fiery stuff, maybe he can put his hands in and maybe make more of a lasting connection.
I mean, yeah, it's an idea, but from
I
my
mean,
last experience, it was definitely will over will, and mine was not strong enough.
Right,
More
but
time,
you-
maybe.
You weren't
In
physically
theory.
in contact with with you know. I mean, I imagine that being the goddess that she is, that perhaps she can dig her hands in and touch it. So that might give her some sort of advantage. It was just a thought.
Form it into an army of larva golems. And march.
And
So we have to be aware of kobolds and those worm creatures that they were
Oh,
riding,
oh,
going in and out of the lava.
this might come in handy. And I'm going to pull out the kobold medallion that I stole from the kobold priest last time.
All right. Yep.
With the yellow medallion with the flame engraving. Like, this might come in handy. They're dragony type things, and they seem to. This has got one of these.
I will warn you that because I had to become an eagle once more, my healing will be less.
We thankfully have Trellador's protection,
painful.
though.
And we have Yorick.
And me.
Yes, and the other one.
Sure, Gus. Sure, Gus.
We all play a very important part.
What am I?
Indeed.
What is this? What is going on with all of you? You're all acting really weird. You're all
We're
being
all just feeling a bit
sarcastic, you're
sassy
all
today.
taking the piss, and, you know, that's my job, and you all just want to be me, obviously.
So I think everything I said was
I mean,
factual.
Either that, Trellador, or we're just trying to emulate you and treating everything with the disdain it clearly deserves.
Look,
Even Friends is getting in on it.
No,
this is why I don't like people, you
Sorry.
know?
You missed it when we were in the cave with the eggs, and I was trying to teach him how to properly connect with the way we
Look,
do with.
let's not go there.
And
Right, I think we need to focus on what's ahead of us, namely
sorry.
all of that lava.
I think friends is a good idea, but I'd rather not do it now in case it. I mean, they may already know, but in case they don't, I wouldn't want to give our position away.
Well, there's one really important question: is how the bloody hell is your mother making this lava come down here? And how the bloody hell do we get it to go back up again?
He's a god of fire.
I think it's fairly obvious, Gus. She's the Lady of Fire.
Yeah.
And
I'm a
lava
dwarf.
is.
But lava's not really fire, it's just really hot rocks.
Is it?
Right?
I'm so glad I cast this pass without a trace so we won't be noticed.
And how do you make things hot?
I think, Celeste, we established that we're not beefing up each other's achievements, so maybe next time don't.
Yeah, a little bit of humility, please, Celeste.
Yes, Celeste.
I'm gonna walk over and pull Florian aside.
Oh, God.
Do we want to take a proper break, though, before we do anything?
If I was to take an hour, my healing would be back. I would have more healing capabilities.
Okay.
I am right here, you know.
I know.
I am right here.
I'm just saying that I won't be at my full strength, and the more strength we have going in, the better. Because
Do we have time to take a longer break than that? Because I'm a little bit depleted.
Towards the Dragon Eater to be.
That's the
not
question.
Have its
Can we
dorsey
afford
lava?
break? I can give us somewhere safe to be while we do that. If we wanted to, if we're just taking an hour, I think you
Can we
just
be
stay
sure
right
that
here.
this pillar will stay stable?
Dunno.
I think the
I'll-
shorter the
I'll-
rest is the better.
Right, just
Right.
give me a minute. So I'm going to try and speak to Shine.
Okay.
And I want to ask him: does he think that we have enough time to rest for the rest of them to regain their strength, or do we need to do this now?
Okay. So, you give me a religion check, and then tell me. It's not going to be a high DC. It's very easy for you to contact Shine.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it would be a lot harder for him in terms of because of his desperation and fear.
Okay.
So,
Well,
it
in that
might-
case, what we'll do is if you do a religion check, and we'll set the DC at 18. Does that sound fair?
yeah, that sounds fair.
Because of the situation?
Yeah.
I would normally set it around sort of 12, but
I think sort of given his desperation and fear, 18 seems fair.
yeah, okay. What you got?
So that's a 14 on the dice plus where's it gone? 5.
So
19.
19. Okay, cool. So, what do you say?
So, sorry to bother you, guys. We got caught up with one of these bloody lava worm things that keeps trying to steal the lava from the dwarves. Some of these guys are pretty tapped out, and I'm afraid that if we go in now, I might not be able to keep them all going. Do you think that we've maybe got time for them to rest enough to regain their strength? Or, I'm sorry to ask, is there anything that you could do to help?
It takes a moment longer than you're used to. And you worry that you've not got through or something's gone wrong. It's just enough time to get you a little bit more angsty, a little bit more paranoid. And then you feel that warmth suffuse you. Little one, it is a difficult time. The Dragon Eater is awake. I am trying my very best to move my brethren away from its immediate vicinity so it is not tempted to break the temporary seal you have put in place. The lava must be resumed. As for time, that is something that you have to decide, unfortunately. I cannot tell you that it will be safe for however long you need to rest, or not. I am organising an evacuation of dragons of the surrounding area. So, I would suggest that time is of the essence, and you need to, again, I reiterate, your friends are very, very capable people. Rely upon them, rely upon their judgment, rely upon your judgment, friends. Calm yourself. I can feel your fear. Calm. And you just feel this warmth sort of suffuse your body, and that sort of calming presence. Now, rest if you wish, but remember, more haste, less speed is always key.
May I also make a suggestion that if this Dragon Eater breaks free, the dwarves will be in its path. Maybe ask Dell to work with them to evacuate the city.
Dell
as a gesture of goodwill.
Dell is working with the dwarves to. There is a plan in place with the dwarves. The one named Sybil is very
Miss
capable, and her husband is very special.
I noticed that he's good.
They will form a defensive unit.
Yeah, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused, Shine.
We
will put it right.
Trouble, friends. This is fate. So.
And we keep marching towards it. And that's just the way the sunset shines.
Exactly. Everything will shine in the end.
Right you are. Thank you. I will do
and a message for Gus. If you would pass on, please. Bridris is very young and very frightened, so she may not come when he calls. I have tried to reassure her that he will try to keep her safe for the best of his ability, but she is very scared.
Perhaps that's not for us to interfere, and that's between them two.
Exactly. But if you would pass on the message that she is afraid,
yes,
but she does love her mother, which is very strange to say about Gus. But this is what she tells me.
Maybe, obviously, maybe I can help smooth the way as well, just like you taught me.
Very good. Good luck, friends. Good luck to all of you.
I don't need luck. I'm just going to shine like normal.
Good lad. You're always one of my favourites. You feel the voice retreat, but you still keep a spark of that calm warmness.
Yeah.
That's sort of suffusing your being to you, just takes the anxiety down.
I'm gonna go over to Gus and just kneel down so I'm level with him. Now, and in Draconic, I'm gonna say to whisper to him in his ear, and take his hand in both of mine, and kind of let that warmth just come through.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Gus, Shine's given me a bit of a gift with this warmth and calmness. Now, he also says that Bridris is very young and very afraid, and she may not come when you call because she's so afraid, but she's going to try.
Oh, I know. I tried to call her before, and she said she was too scared to come.
But she loves her mum very much, and if she can, she will come. But I'm going to give you this, and I want you to share it with Bridris. And I want you to be the way this is going to make you feel. I want you to share this with her, and I want you to build that bond so she can fight at your side. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to let the warmth blow through my hands, and then I'm going to leave a scale in Gus's hand and just sort of press it in and just give it to him. And what Shine's just giving me, I'm going to give it to Gus.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, Gus, when you try to summon Bridris, and last time we did a wisdom check for her, didn't we?
Yeah.
This time you could add a d6 to that
Alright,
because of this gift. Okay, so just remember you've got a d6 on there for summoning Bridris. So we cut across to Melissa and Florian.
I'm just going to pull him aside so that we're a little bit away from the group. Are you doing alright?
I think so. Just kind of had my head focused on trying to get done what we need to get done.
I'm just worried about what's to come.
Yeah. As we always do, we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, but with all this heat around us, no worry of me freezing up in there, right?
True. But no matter what happens, I'm gonna have your back. You know that.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll just have to see what happens and see if I can talk to my mother before battle ensues, if it does.
If you want me to step in and help, you let me know.
Yeah. I will. I'll let all y'all know.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, after these conversations have happened, what's the plan, guys? What are you doing?
I could probably cause us to have a break without having a break.
In what way?
Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out. I've got all these new powers. There must be something I can do.
I mean, would you be drawing on the vitality of the forest to rejuvenate the people that need it?
I don't know. I don't get into the details. I just ask and I get.
Well, it's important that you understand what you're taking from the forest, Trevor.
There's not much.
Nothing is without cost. If you
I know,
take
but
you're the warden of the forest. You need to be careful about what you take and what you give back.
well, there's not a lot there to take at the moment, so I don't think it really matters.
There's plenty still there. Your people, the trees, the plants, the animals, the forest itself is still alive. It's in pain, but it's alive.
Do you want my boon or not?
I think that only take it enough for those that need it. Maybe Mr. Yorick. I still have the majority of my magic. But I would urge you to be careful with these gifts, Trenador. You can't spend them too freely.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Friends,
Let's just take a normal hour, have a sit down, Put your feet up for a minute.
Prevents us having
That'll
to
do us
fight
fine, won't it?
Trellador. I mean,
What's the point of
You're-
having these stuff if you don't use it?
very true, but
There's
what was the last person who took from the forest but never gave back?
just be careful. You don't want to turn into your mother and take everything for granted.
Or just take everything.
Well, if you
You're
don't want it,
healing.
if you don't want my help, you fine.
Be better
We'll just
than
sit here like
not saying that we
lemons
don't
for an
need your
hour.
help.
We're just saying that the forest is still healing. It still needs time to
I
recover.
know. I am the warden. I'm very aware of the forest and its current state at all times.
I'm just saying, be careful with what you take.
Yes.
Just decide what you want to do.
Okay. Well, I won't do my superpower then.
We're trying to get you to understand why we don't just take Trellador. It's not just that we don't want to make use of your talents. It's that people who just take all the time are exactly the sort of people we've been fighting all along.
Look, I offered help. I don't need a lecture. It's fine.
You do need lectures. You constantly need lectures.
This is another
The
lecture.
problem is you just don't listen to them, innit?
What?
However, we're not lecturing you.
Exactly.
We're just trying to say to you that you need to be careful with what you take. Nothing is without consequence, and you don't seem to be learning that. Nothing you do is without consequence. When you have the level of power you have, nothing is without consequence. If you take too much from the forest in its weakened state, you will kill it.
You seem to be doing that light thing again. Are you okay?
I'm fine. You amaze me with how far you've come, Trellador. You really do, but you are still so naive in so many ways. And yet
That's rude.
you seem completely blind to everything everybody around you is trying to give you. Benefit from the knowledge that we have to share in the same way that we benefit from what you bring to the table.
With great
If-
power comes great responsibility.
Oh, come on, Celeste, don't choke on it. Jesus. Christ.
I don't think
Thanks,
Uncle
Uncle
Ben's
Ben.
around here.
Sorry, that laugh was out of character, not Trellador's not
You're
laugh.
good.
Okay, look, I am learning. I'm learning every day. Blah 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 blah. I listen to all of you. Whatever you say, yes, fine. Happy?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just
And I
keep
won't
learning.
do anything.
Just keep learning, Trellador. That's all we ask.
Okay. Above the table,
Yes.
Trellador has no ability to do any of this. He was going to
No.
ask, probably be rejected, and then try and style it out that you'd all had a rest until we got into fight, and then you realised you hadn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it was going to be something along those lines. So, what's the plan? What are you doing? Are you taking an hour? Are you taking 8 hours? What are you doing? What's occurring?
I think we take an hour for that.
So, friend has also relayed to the group exactly what Shine had said after he'd spoken to Gus as well, which is that it's down to us whether we choose to or not. And he believes in us, and we are incredibly resourceful, and we will get through this.
Okay. So, hearing all of that, you can make informed choices. You can do whatever you wish to do.
I think we should just take lunchtime and have a quick bite to eat and a rest, and then go off and fight some shit.
Gus, what gems have you got on you? Just give me a load of gems.
I've got loads of them. How many do you want?
I don't know. Just give me a handful.
In normal people's terms, I've got about, I don't know, 30, 40,000 gold's worth.
Just a thousand's worth will do me. That'd be perfect.
Okay, I'll take that bucket of gems out that I got from the cave where the big baddie was, and I'll just say, "Hey, I take that full then.
Cool.
I'll take
So
1,000."
I'm gonna sit down with that, and I'm gonna get a rock of some sort.
Easily done.
I don't think that's it. Here we go. And I'm gonna take 10 minutes, and I'm going to
Like
use
it.
fabricate to carve out of the
Yes.
rock a bowl, and add the gems to the side of it. All 1,000
yeah.
golds
Oh, I
worth.
see where this is going. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm going to take this encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold pieces,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to spend another 10 minutes casting Hero's Feast.
Very good. I like it. See?
What every proper cleric
Resourceful.
has.
BYO bowl.
Yep. So MYO bowl. Make your own bowl. Okay.
As soon as you said, being a cleric many a times, as soon as you said gems, I was like, ooh.
Ooh, funky. Oh, okay.
Right.
One of those.
So what
That's
heroes please give us?
So, okay. Well, I've just burnt my last 4th level and my only 6th level spell, so that's good. Let me pop that over there. So, I conjure a feast that appears on a surface, blah, blah, blah. We can spend an hour to consume the feast, which disappears at the end. And 12 creatures can take part. A creature that partakes gains several benefits, which last for 24 hours. You have resistance to poison damage and immunity to being frightened and the poisoned condition. Your hit point maximum increases by 2d10, which I'll roll in a second. Your hit point maximum increases by 2d10. So, not temporary hit points, maximum by 2d10. Which is good. And I'm going to roll it in here. Oh, didn't you get advantage on... Did I miss
Wisdom-
that? Do you get
wisdom
advantage
saving
on
throws.
wisdom saves?
Yeah.
I thought that's what it did. Be good. 16!
So I hit my maximum
16.
increased by that.
Awesome.
Yep.
And as you're taking an hour, you can also have a short rest for those
Yep.
that need.
Lovely.
Yes, I'm going to take a short rest.
Max modifier 20.
Does it heal us for that 16 as well?
I
No.
believe so.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it doesn't.
I don't think so. It just puts up your max.
Hit point maximum increased by 2d10 and gains the same number of hit points.
Right. Okay. So
it
yes,
does.
it does.
So what was it?
16.
amount?
16.
16.
You heal 16 and your maximum goes up by 16. So just override your maximum, not temporary hit points, override maximum.
God, imagine if I rolled a pair of ones on those.
That would be very disappointing.
For the short rest, I'm going to use 4 paladin hit dice and 2 warlock ones,
Okay,
just
go
to
for
make
it.
sure.
So it's immune to frightened, immune to poison.
So you've got advantage on wisdom saving throws, you've got resistance to poison damage, and immunity to frightened and poisoned conditions.
Yep.
As well as your increased maximum
Right.
HP.
Max HP modifier.
Immunity resistance.
Oh, we need to override max
Yes.
HP or max HP modifier? Right.
Max
There's
HP.
max HP modifier, stick 16 in that.
Oh, no, don't do that because it's just put me to 16.
No, override
Yeah.
max HP. So put
Yeah,
it up
it'll-
by 16. Whatever your current max is, add 16 to it. Put it in that box.
It'll put you like your old one in brackets.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
16, it puts it up there. It adds 16
Yeah.
to it.
There you go.
That's what I.
Max HP modifier.
Yeah.
16.
For those who are having trouble parsing that list of benefits, is there any chance you could throw them in chat?
I will pop.
Resistant to poison damage, immunity to being poisoned, and immunity to being frightened.
for us people who can't take in things.
And
when
advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Advantage on wisdom saving.
Ah, the Raconteur Society is following us now. They sound great.
Nice.
Indeed.
The new version
Yes.
doesn't give you advantage on wisdom saves. Only
the
the
new
legacy
version is
version
rubbish then, isn't it?
does. The new version is shit. This is a 6th level spell. It should give you lots.
It absolutely should. So, you take this time to eat, relax, plan if you wish. If you want to plan amongst yourselves what you're going to do next is. But yeah, you will gain all these benefits and the benefits of a short rest. If you want to roll hit dice, that's absolutely fine. You can do that. Bump up your
Sorry,
health.
missed that one.
So you missed what? Sorry.
I was trying to figure out how to make my wisdom saves at advantage, and I accidentally clicked it. So ignore that last roll.
Okay, no, that's fine. Cool. So, the end of the hour approaches. The heat is it's incredibly hot. You suspect if you didn't have immunity to fire damage, you would be in very bad shape indeed.
Very crispy.
Yes, very crispy indeed. And you can see the lava flow is slowing as it passes where you are standing on this sort of outcropping of rocks. But it's still definitely going towards the temple. I would like a perception check from anybody who is looking around.
Always.
I'm too busy.
Okay.
Natural 20 for 26.
Nice.
32.
I saw it.
24.
Nice.
27.
27. So everybody's
22.
22. Everybody's above 20. So that's cool. Okay. So as you are looking around, the majority of you see these fireworms that you fought before, sort of cresting out of the lava, back in again. But they seem to be doing it in a pattern. And the pattern is getting further away from you, which is really weird. You also see some of these same fireworms actually in the sky, flying, serpent-like through the air.
They're not
circling.
fireworms. They're flyerworms.
Fireflies, indeed, as they are circling around where the ones in the lava, in this weird pattern, but they're circling around above them, directly above them. With your natural 20 and your 32, which is ridiculous, you see not just these fireworms, but there are shapes walking out of the temple that look to be constructed completely of fire. They seem to be coming towards where these fireworms are dancing. The fireworms are about, 1,500, 2,000 feet away from you. But these flame beings are walking towards that spot.
Are those worms just random, or are they doing anything in particular?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking them as Florian.
Not that I can tell.
Well, they seem to be the ones in the lava are in a set pattern, and it's not the circling that the ones in the sky are doing.
I think the ones above might be wild. And the
I'm
ones
trying to say
below
the
in
ones
the
in the
lava
lava
are
are
being...
synchronized swimming.
Yeah, kinda. They've been set on a path.
Well, I'd say that
Map.
the ones in the sky are probably lookouts, if I'm absolutely honest with you.
Make
Possibly.
Florian
Yes. Yeah.
and those Celeste and Melissa make intelligence checks, please,
Melissa's smart.
or history.
Melissa's not smart.
Intelligence or history. Oh, whatever you want to do.
Come on, Florian. Please.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
good. I got an actual 15 for 7 for history then. 22.
22.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Celeste, Melissa, you have no idea what Florian's talking about. Florian. look, and you can see they are swimming, diving in this pattern, which is the symbol of a mash.
Same pattern which was on the field
Yep.
before. Yep, that's where I was going
I
to find
kind
out.
of figured. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you're welcome.
You two can't see that? It's
I see it, but I don't understand it.
they're doing the pattern that we stopped in the field outside the woods and redwood.
No. That pattern was Fiona's. This is a mash.
Oh, okay. Sorry. They're doing her symbol.
Right, that makes sense. There seem to be cronies. Maybe if we disrupt it, that she loses her grip on the lava.
Right, exactly. So it's these we gotta fight, not potentially her. But in fighting them, I'm pretty sure she'll turn up.
Most likely. But I'm sure we can handle it.
But at least we can't get more like this now. And friends will just point to his like horrific burn scars down the one side of his face.
Very true. We just need to be careful to make sure that we're standing on solid ground when we get there.
And no putting your face in lava.
No.
Again.
You can now, actually. It'd be fine.
Oh, yes.
In my defence, he wouldn't do anything.
Thanks to Trelador.
Yes, thanks to me, you can feel free to put all your faces into lava.
Well, personally, friends, I think it gives you character.
No,
With
it makes
those,
you look stupid.
Gives me a character. What's one of them?
It makes
With-
you more interesting.
With those perception checks we did before,
Yeah.
would we have been able to pick up possible pathways, possible good spots, safe spots to be above the lava?
I mean, you're fine. You can just run across it.
Yeah.
I'll say you could probably. Yeah, the sides seem to be cooling somewhat. So if you were to move out to the side, you could probably find a thick enough crust to walk across.
And this will get us to that point where we need to get to where these worms are.
You could certainly try.
The sides seem to be cooling enough for us to make it further without swimming. Swimming will be a lot slower, wouldn't it? So
Do I know roughly how long it might take us to get to there? In the way that we're going to be travelling.
You would say probably about half an hour. Not long.
Okay. So I will wait until we're about 10 minutes away, and then I'll pass without trace again.
Okay.
Mr. Yorick.
Yep.
This is magnificent.
Yeah, nice.
So, as we have passed without trace, I would like a group stealth. I'm assuming you're going stealthily. Florin, are you walking with them or are you running over the lava? What's your plan?
no, I'll walk with them just because we've got the circling birds up top,
Sure.
so we can.
Okay. There's going to be pretty high DC to stay unseen, but the sky is fairly murky with ash and smoke wafting here and there, so it's not impossible. Yeah, ash is floating about in the sky as ever. I mean, God,
It's also Ash Wednesday tomorrow, so he's going to be beside himself.
exactly. There'll be two of him. Okay, so group stealth check, please,
Plus 10, everybody.
with a +10 for pass without a trace.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, for crying out loud, how many natural ones can I roll?
Oh, blimey.
Don't worry, Natalie. I'm in the exact same boat right now.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
so
I'm going to go with all of them.
yeah. So let's go round the room. Celeste, and that one, yeah?
Yeah, 16 in total, but yeah.
Okay. Ferenz?
23.
23. Wow, that's cool. Florian?
Natural 20, 34.
Show off.
Nice. Gus?
38.
38.
Go off.
Melissa, in your high heels?
Natural 1 for 15.
Okay. Miette?
26.
26. Very good.
No
Trellador?
from yet.
Pretty good for me. 30.
30. Jeez. And Yorick?
At disadvantage, 18.
18. Pretty good. So, what have we got? Ooh, 2 natural ones, but we got some really high rolls. So, let me just make a quick... Yeah, good. Okay. So, you're pretty sure you haven't seen any movement from those flying fireworms to suggest that they've noticed you at all. And looking along the lava beds, you can see there is nothing moving towards you. Those fire beings you can all see now look to be about, I don't know, 16, 17 feet tall, maybe a little bit taller. Have reached where the fireworms in the lava are doing their runic symbol. And they're starting to spread in a circle around these fireworms. So there's 5 of them. So they're starting to walk to a certain points around this symbol.
It's
So-
like a pentagrammic point.
Kinda. As there's 5 of them, be difficult to not to, really, wouldn't it? So,
Could have been a really obscure triangle.
stop it. Could be a pentangle if we're going to get 70s.
Are you being obtuse?
So, as you approach this quietly, you can see from a distance. We'll take a little break, grab a drink. We'll be right back after these sponsorships that we definitely have. I'm sure of it. I'm sure we signed some sort of...
Capitalism.
Yes, embrace the capitalist instinct upon yourself and do things with money or something. I don't know. Do something interesting. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Right, Shadow Legends.
God, no,
and welcome back. We hope you enjoyed your capitalist narcissist spending spree. Because you won't have bought things for anybody else. It'll be just for yourself. Let's face it. That's what you do. Anyway, we are back. We are deciding what to do as we approach stealthily. Well, some of us approach stealthily. Handily, some of us approached very, very stealthily and covered for the ones in high heels. So, as you approach this ring, how close do you want to get to these fire beings surrounding these snakes these fire snakes that are carving this symbol out on the lava?
Do they appear to be chanting?
Didn't appear to be any chanting going on, no.
What do we go for first? The snakes or the beings?
I think the beings.
Yeah.
I would tend to agree there.
Okay.
Okay.
How
What's
far away are they?
I would say you're probably 100 feet away. How close do you
Is
want to
there a
get?
layout we can see?
Not really, no. I don't have a map for this. But you...
There's no map, so it's perfectly safe. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Yes, no map means no combat.
We
Yeah.
try
Well,
and get a bit.
We can always do theatre of the mind. It's not a problem.
Theatre of the mind. Should we try and get a bit closer first before
So,
we?
let me
I'll
give
go
you a bit more context of the scale of this. These 5 beings are, as you get closer and closer to them, about 18 feet tall. Each one of them. There are 5. They are stood maybe 60 feet away from each other, sort of in a pentagram around these. You would suggest probably 10, maybe 12. It's difficult to count as they all sort of dip in and out of the lava of these fire snakes. These fire snakes are quite large, as you've seen before. So they are sort of writhing in this shape. So the whole thing is maybe, let's see, about 200 feet across. So the distance between fire elementals or fire beings across this rune is about 200 feet-ish. But, hi Kim, they are like 60 feet in
Yeah.
aside from each other, but across the middle, between 180 200 feet, depending on which ones you look at. So, how close do you want to get? What do you want to do? And what I will say is the crust of the semi-hardened lava vanishes into lava proper as you get closer. So you've probably got about another, so you're 100 feet away, you've probably got about another 40 feet of crust you can safely walk on. After that, we're going to be rolling dex checks, or depending on what your plan is.
Can we talk above table first?
Absolutely.
What everyone's thoughts are.
Absolutely.
Don't monk shit. Don't
Try
monk
and-
shit.
It's like this feels like we need to get past these to the temple potentially.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of we need to interrupt the ritual.
Yeah, but with the no chanting, like I think it's maybe just a focus for this, and we need to get to the temple potentially, because that's a lot of distance even for us to cover, and pretty much I'm the only one who can stay afloat.
Also, these things are 2.5 times the height of Helloran,
Yeah.
and Helloran is quite easily the tallest person in this party.
Yeah.
See, I was coming out from the angle of we just need to kill one to interrupt the ritual.
I think Yorick and Gus would agree that size isn't everything.
The smaller the better.
But the thing is, if we gamble on it only taking one to disrupt the ritual, and it doesn't work,
We're then there.
are we then going to lose the opportunity to haul out into the temple?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the
Because
sort
it's
of-
not It's basically 2 movements for everybody else to get to each giant, whereas for me, I can just take my movement.
Well, it'd be one for Miet.
And but it's. I think it's haul ass to the temple, and get there.
Deal with the management.
Yeah, 100%. Be a Karen and ask to speak to the manager straight away.
Well, the flow of power in theory is going to come from the temple anyway. If we can disrupt every the goings on of the temple, the flow of power stops. In theory.
Yeah. And I think they're just focusing on that flow, on that power for the lava to keep coming back.
And if we distract her ladyship, is she going to lose grip on the lava?
Potentially, yeah.
I mean, I have a suspicion that she'll lose her grip on the lava, and we'll need Florian to try and take charge.
Up to your mum, declare a thumb war.
I mean, bridges and coming to it, yeah, definitely, but as best as we can to the temple, then
Let's go.
Okay.
I think to the temple.
So you're going to go around this group. Okay.
We still should have about 45, 50 minutes of after that trace.
But you are considerably closer, and there are things above this group as well. So the DC is going to be trickier, to say the least.
Fresh stealth, or
Yes, please. I wish a fresh stealth check for everybody.
well, I can't roll worse.
No, but you can roll the same.
Why
if you
would
want.
you say that?
Because you can't get worse than a natural one.
Yeah, but you
So
could do it again.
Technically, it is physically impossible to get worse. We can get the same, or we can get better.
Okay, so round the room, Celeste. Sorry, say?
Natural 20 for 35.
35, 20. Ferenz.
30.
30, wow. And sorry, Florian.
26.
26. Okay. Gus.
36.
36.
A bad roll this time.
Melissa. Yeah, I saw.
29.
29. Miet.
29.
29. Trelador.
Gus just makes me look stupid. Natural 20 for 33.
20, 33. And Yorick.
God, guys, that was all so good. 23!
23. Nice. Okay, so you successfully, using the sort of ash and the distraction of these fire beings moving into position. Yeah, I know. The flakes of burnt stuff. Is that better? And the heat haze to sort
That's
of
his drag name.
Dark snow.
Dark snow. You manage to sneak around this, whatever this ritual is, whatever's going on here, without interacting with it. You are approaching, as you go round, approaching the edge of the safe crust on this lava. From now on, yeah, the crustage is not great. From now on, you've got about, I don't know, 200 feet, 300 feet to get to the temple. Seems to be all lava. How are you going to do it? What's your plan?
Big jump.
Does anyone know what
Big jump. Nice.
Can anyone summon water?
That's going to make big noise and make big
Draw a lot of attention.
There was a call for how we get across, not what is the best way to get across.
I don't mind. You do whatever you want to do.
Yes, specialise in stupid ideas, you have to remember.
So,
I can like make stuff that would probably be at least lava resistant for a while, like a crystal sheet or something, but it's probably going to be really slow with no real way to paddle it.
time to potentially go to Ferenza's idea for Florian?
Are you gonna be like Moses and part the lava?
Wasn't quite thinking that, but at least try and control it a little bit.
It is a Red Sea.
It is very red, orangey as well.
The other thing I was going to suggest is just lying Florian down and we all sail across on him.
I need to be running to be able to do it. I'm not like
I have an idea, which is
Safety rocks.
carry 2 people. I'm fairly tall and strong.
Okay, so you want to see how deep the lava is?
Yes.
How deep is your lava?
If you're going to do that, I can do the thing that I can do the thing that makes you better. I know my ability.
The thing that can
Well,
make
so
you
good.
better.
Confidence
Okay,
in that.
cool. Yeah.
You can tell I've been talking all day. The bolstering magic.
Okay, so before we get into like bolstering magic and stuff like that, for Ed, what are you doing first? Are you just gonna stride out into the lava, or what's your plan?
So, he's learned his lesson from last time, so he's not going to try and connect with it at all, just to try and see how deep it is. So, he knows that his skin and especially his scale, are protected at this point. And yeah, he's just going to sort of wade in and just see if like use his feet just to see if, because he's got no shoes on at this point, he's taken them off.
Right.
And he's going to entirely trust to his feet just to see if there's any sort of downward incline, or whether it remains relatively flat. Because if it remains relatively flat, he can, pretty much walk across.
Okay, so as you step off the sort of safe-ish crust of this lava into the liquid itself, your feet sort of sink as you come off the edge, and then as you take a next step, it sinks further, and it sinks further with each step. So you are sort of, you was right in surmising there is a slope down, and you suspect that if it continues in the manner it does, your head will go under the lava within 20, 30 feet.
Yorick, you remember when we were in that weird between realm before we ended up in the hourglass, and there was a big gap, so you created stepping stones?
Yes.
And not make stepping stones here?
I
They don't have to last for long, only long enough for us to cross.
It's quite a long way though, and I can only do it in a short area.
Yeah.
Unless I make a number of them and we sort of train them to, stand on them, move on to the front. That's going to be really slow and we're going to get spotted.
You want me to try and do something?
Like what?
Well, maybe leaning towards Friends' idea before we got here and try and connect with it again and...
Yes. Let's do that.
Let's try.
It's the most fun idea, at least.
So, again, I am purely going to center myself and just connect to the divinity within me. Nothing to do with my mother.
Okay.
And what I would like to try and do is I'm going to go to the edge of this crust and put kneel down and put both hands on top of the lava.
Okay.
Try and connect with it, and what I would like to do is try and create a bridge of this crust, pulling the lava down in this area, going across.
Okay, that's a very interesting idea. I like that. That's cool. So, what I'm going to say is, as you reach out, or reach inwards rather, using your monk training to sort of center yourself and reach for that spark of fire divinity, because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you place your hands just on the top of the liquid lava. You feel the same thing you felt before, the pull of the lava going towards the temple. The pull is strong, and you can feel your mother at the other end of this. And actually, make a wisdom check.
Check.
Actually, no, make an insight roll.
Insight roll. Only 15.
15. It's strange. It's not like before. Whereas before, you could feel the lava being pulled by your mother to that certain destination or that direction. Here it's very strange. It's going towards the temple, and yet back at that ritual you passed, you can feel the presence of your mother there as well. It's almost as if she's in two places at once. But the lava is definitely being pulled towards the temple. So what I would like you to do now is to roll... Let's see, what have we got? Roll a... Roll a wisdom check, please. I want you to try and see if you can start to influence this to cool on the top to create this bridge. I'll say a 15 will get you a thin causeway where it could be dangerous to fall off. Anything, a 20 will get you exactly what you need, a nice wide path.
Can I offer guidance?
Sure, why not?
Wow.
So you get D4.
That's going to help because I rolled a natural 16.
Nice.
So, yeah, and I rolled a 3 and a D4, so that's 19, and then plus 3 with my wisdom is 22.
Excellent. So, you convince the lava that it's still going to be going that way, it's just a little slower, as it's a little cooler, as the top starts to harden. And the rest of you see this cooling wave of hardened lava spreading from Florian's hands across, wide enough for two people to walk abreast. It just goes and snakes its way around a pool. Not really sure why, but it did that. And then to the temple.
So friends will go and trust in Florian, and he will be the first out, literally just step out and start walking down this thing.
Yeah, it's like it was back there.
I think you'll all just hear from Florian, eyes closed, probably even though immune to everything at the minute, sweating, and you can see him like physically shaking, and we'll just be like, go now.
Okay.
Let's go.
As I'm the fastest, I'm going to hand back to... Sorry, the second fastest. I will hand back to assist Florian if needed.
Okay. So as the rest of you walk out onto the lava towards the temple, yet you stay to assist Florian. Florian, do you get up straight away, or do you wait until you're certain that the path is complete?
Yeah, I wait until I'm certain the path is complete for sure.
Could you roll me a d20, please? I'll tell you what. You've got to beat a 16.
I meet 16.
16.
I rolled 16 as well.
Okay. You feel the path staking out, but back at that ritual site, something has noticed you. Something is coming through the lava. A familiar presence, as you realise your mother has spotted what you're doing and is coming for you.
Yeah, move, go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, you start to go.
Yeah, and even if I don't feel like the connection is complete, assuming, don't know how this is going to work, but Florian is just going to assume that it will start to dissipate at his end first. Lets me get like 30 foot in front of him.
Okay.
And then gets up and books it with the rest of them.
Okay. So, you surmise correctly. The path starts to, not fast, not quickly, but slowly starts to return to what it was before you manipulated it. But the lava that's dripping off your hands now, you can feel is just, it's not dripping down, it's dripping that way, back off towards where you could feel your mother's presence coming from.
Yeah.
So, as you all, I'm assuming the rest of you are running.
Oh, yeah.
Walking. Yeah, so you're all running. Miette, Florian, are you going at top speed?
Minus having to use key points, yeah. So
Okay.
120 feet for me.
Okay. So the rest of you get overtaken by Florian as he zips past. Celeste.
Well, I'd go
Sorry.
up to top speed until I caught up with them. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't leave the gang on their own. Just in
Balls
case
is out of the way.
As you all fall into the lava as Florian goes through the middle. Celeste, your passive perception is the ridiculousness. So you, as you sort of turn to see Florian and Miette catching you up, you can also see this figure rising out of the lava. First it seems to get taller and taller and taller, like 60, 80 feet tall, then shrink back down as if trying to pick an appropriate form. And it's sort of barreling towards you, almost causing like a wave in the lava as it comes.
Oh, goodness me. Keep going, keep going.
Okay, so as you are all running towards the temple, let's see. Okay, that's that one. Right, so I would like everybody to make a either athletics or acrobatics check to keep going as this wave hits the back of the path. So we will go around the room. And we'll start with Celeste.
No, sorry, 6.
6. Excellent. Well done. You are rolling fire tonight, literally for me anyway. Ferenz.
17 on athletics.
Nice. Okay. Florian.
27.
27. Didn't think you were going to be a problem. Gus.
13.
13.
Oh, 12, sorry.
12. Okay. Melissa. In your heels.
Natural 1 for 5.
Okay. Awesome. Miette.
14.
14. Tranador.
21.
21. And Yorick.
It's my turn for the ridiculous roll. Natural 20 for 30
Woof.
on athletic.
Awesome. Okay,
America's-
so
You just grab a girl under each arm.
Yeah, can I, for the
Rugby style.
second session in a row, use a natural 20 on athletics to pick Melissa up?
yep, absolutely you can. So as you guys are sort of running across the lava, you can feel this wave coming for you, and Melissa, you just time it really badly, and you go over, and you're about to go into the lava off the other side of the path, where you just feel, for the second time in a few hours, Yorick's strong arm just grabs you round the waist, sort of picks you off your feet, and continues running along with you.
I got you, my lovely.
Okay.
Thank you, Yarrick.
Celeste, you, even though you know it's coming, you saw it coming, maybe that's why, you overcompensate And as the sort of wave hits the back of the path and forces it up, you think, oh, well, I'll just jump and then I'll hit the path when it comes back. But you jump too soon and you land in the lava.
I was going to say, can I help it with the... It wasn't a natural 20, I know, but it was high.
It was high. If you could make a strength check of 15 or above, I'll say you can grab her out
So
of
I
the
have
lava.
to roll a natural 15 for this, because I've got a plus nothing.
That's fine.
So here we go, guys.
25%. You're good.
What'd you
I
get?
rolled a 14. I rolled a 14.
Yeah, you're just not quite... You grab her, you're quick enough, you grab her shoulder, but she's just falling, and you just can't grab a hold of any kind of her shirt or anything like that. She's into the lava. Now, you're immune to fire damage, so that's not a problem. But you are now underneath lava. Can you breathe under water, under lava? No? Okay. Cool. So, you poof down. And this is not like water. It's not like a liquid you can swim through. It's thick, viscous. It's difficult to work out which way is up. If you could make me an intelligence check.
Yes, because this has all gone so well so far today.
Yeah, I'm giving you as
You were
many
good
possibilities to get a good roll. There you go.
Hey.
You know how we said about Friend sticking his face in lava?
Yeah, Celeste has gone for the entire body immersion.
Yeah.
So she's baptized by fire, literally.
It's a hell of a spa.
So yeah, you manage not to panic. You know which way is up.
I have a big brain idea.
Oh no.
And as you're clawing your way up towards the surface of the lava, your passive perception sees this woman swimming towards you rapidly. Big brain time, what's up?
I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere underneath her and use it to lift her to the surface.
Awesome. Okay. What's the size of Flaming Sphere?
So this Flaming Sphere occupies a 5 foot by 5 foot square.
Ooh, okay. So you saw her go in,
Mhm.
but you can't see her now because she's underneath the lava. So I'll say you've got... Roll me a D100. I'll say you've got an 80% chance of getting it right. So if you roll 80 or less, you get it directly underneath her.
Okay, I'm going to do this on D&D Beyond.
I mean, it's a fairly high probability. You should be good. Yeah, easily. So, you flaming sphere underneath her, and you can move that, is that right? Or does it just explode and send her up?
No. So it's Flaming Sphere. You can move it a certain distance each. So you can move it... oh, God, where's it gone? You can move it up to 30 feet.
Sure. Okay, so, Celeste, as you're sort of clawing your way up to the surface, you can see this woman swimming towards you rapidly. Then, all of a sudden, all you see is sky as you are thrust 30 feet up into the air with this flaming sphere. You're standing on a ball of fire.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, and I'm basically going to sort of like... can it just bob along the surface of the lava?
Sure, but it can move 30 feet. You guys are booking it, though, aren't you? Or are you going to slow down to match her speed?
Well, Friends would have basically skid it to a stop, passed it on her, and then, if he can, basically drag the ball with him as quick far as he can, basically get her back onto the or at least do it for long enough for her to jump back on.
I would say what you can do is next time you can sort of push it down towards the lava again, so Celeste can just run off it onto the path.
Cool.
And as you keep running along, Florian, you are compelled almost to look to your left as you see the face of your mother rising up out of the lava as this sort of huge 20-30 foot a cross face, sort of fiery image of your mother that you remember as a person, as a human, which then shrinks down to humanoid size and steps onto the path that you've made and says, Florian, wait, we should talk. What do you want to do?
Just talk?
You are exerting control over lava. This is good. I can show you how to control it more fully. To put it where you want it to be, to manipulate it, to move through it, to use it as power, to get what you need.
I've seen what power can do to people.
Yes, but you're not people. You are my child.
Really only one place I'd like this lava to go, and it's back from where it came from.
Where it came from originally? Or where
It's being taken
my
from
darling brother asked me to put it in the first place?
And why did he ask you to put it there? Do you remember?
Because he makes toys.
I assume you aren't bothered about toys being let out in the open then.
I don't think I'm quite with you on that. What, toys in the open? Look, Reorx is
The seal
a
was
maker
broken on
of
the door.
things. He scrabbles around in the darkness, lit by my grace. So, if he wants his lava back, why is he not here to ask me himself? Why is he using you?
He isn't using me or us.
Really, I smell his touch upon all of you.
We were coming here anyway, but he just boosted us.
And you, points at Trellador, you have the stink of Reorx and her eyes just slightly widen. And the smell of our mother. What did you do?
I mean, you're not doing anything to break that mother-in-law stereotype, are you?
How did you get the forest? Well, I should burn that. That'll put a stop to that.
Well, I mean, you might want to let it grow a bit first. There's not much there at the moment.
Oh, absolutely not. You see her face just goes kind of blank for a minute. She goes, yes, that should solve that little issue.
What? What did you do?
Make an insight check, please.
Oh.
And I as well?
Yeah, of course.
Natural 20 for 21.
Awesome.
Yeah, you beat me. I rolled really low.
What did you get?
So I only got 12.
A 12. Yeah. You're not sure what she did, but she did something with fire, lava, something. Trellador. As you're watching this, you feel the forest scream in pain as it starts to burn. Now, what I will say is if you are willing to help the forest, are you willing to help the forest? Has it helped you?
Suppose.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, just how?
How? Okay. Well,
Give it fire immunity.
Yeah.
you could sacrifice your immunity and go down to resistance to give the forest full fire immunity again.
Just mine?
Just yours.
Yeah, okay.
As you do that, you give back that feeling of calm, moist, damp earth back to the forest, and you can feel the trees and the forest itself sigh in relief as the burning stops.
Trellador casts moist.
Yeah. I'm being a damp boy.
And not for the first time.
So, you can feel that the gratitude of the forest, and that.
We all have our tricks.
Yeah. But it's starting to hurt out here now. It's hot. It's real hot.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that sort of, style it out, but I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah.
Like when you order a curry that's a bit too hot, but you don't want to show yourself up.
With us all being connected from Trellador, would we feel that he's lost that?
Well, I was about to say, Celeste, you feel that presence of the forest that you've all got from Trellador's gift vanish from Trellador, and you see him start to sweat.
Can I put my hand on his shoulder and try and share mine with him?
How are you going to do that? What's the plan? If you can come up with a really cool thing to do, I'm totally here for it. But at the moment, I'm not sure there is a way you can do it. But surprise me, go for it.
Friends,
I have.
Yes.
as we both have the blessing of, I was going to say Yorkus, and the forest.
Same thing.
Perhaps, same thing. Perhaps you could give the ring to Trellador for the moment.
Yeah, but he'd have to stay with it for a bit to study it. I'm happy to give it. It's not a problem. But
I put my hand on Trellador's.
Well, hang on. Let's get Celeste's idea first, as she was first to act on that.
What type of time of day is it?
That's a very good question. I would say it's sort of evening, late afternoon, evening. It's difficult to tell because of the
hot summer's day.
It is very hot, yes. Well, for you anyway.
I'm just thinking, if I'm under the stars and I'm a druid of the stars, wondering if I can channel some of...
Under the stars at the moment, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I mean, if you,
Not
you
even
can
an
wait
early
a
evening
couple of
star?
hours.
Florian, go ahead.
You can wait a couple of hours if you like. It shouldn't be a problem.
I don't think I've got that time.
Oh, okay.
Do I hear them all talk about what they're trying to do? Am I?
Well, this is player talk, so no.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Okay.
Yarick, can you put me down? I can't see what's going on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Can I try something?
Sure, of course.
So yeah, I reached out to Trellador and put my hand on his forearm, and I don't say anything, but can I pass my blessing of the forest onto him?
How are you going to do this?
If I need to, I'll burn key points, but just like I bolstered early on in the campaign to get him out of the paralyzed thing against those big giants or whatever they were,
Well,
to try and pass the magic through.
I mean, that was removing.
You can't control the forest. I control the forest,
wasn't it? I'm gonna say no on that one because that's you're trying to use your key points to remove a condition, and it's not a condition that needs to be removed. He has lost an immunity.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to pass the resistance what the forest gave onto him.
Yeah.
I think because I gave it, because I can control
Yeah,
the forest. I
I
don't know.
don't.
If,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
yeah, I see
don't
what you're
think
saying.
it's
Yeah,
a. It's. I don't think that part is yours to control.
yeah, yeah.
If you know what I mean.
No, I get it. I get it. Yeah. No,
I mean,
I'm
if
out
you,
of ideas then.
okay. So
what? Yeah, if people are touching me and doing things, I'm like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm not
Okay.
fine, but I'm saying I'm fine.
yeah. Yorick, you had an idea?
Can I just look up with a, hey, Reox, could you help him out and give him what he just lost? And ask the boss
Okay.
to step in. I will roll it as a thingy if you want.
Yes, please. Divine
what?
into. Is that what you're doing?
Divine intervention, yeah.
Okay, roll that. Meanwhile, Trelador,
This
you
never
take
works.
11 points of fire damage. Halved to 5 because you are resistant.
Oh, it was only 96. Don't worry, it's fine. It needed to be 13 or lower.
Yeah,
I was gonna say low's good, isn't it, for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amash just looks at you. Yorick goes, no.
Worth a try.
One of Reox's little toys is trying to play. That's not how it works here. So,
I'm sure family reunions by proxy are certainly fun, but you're going to be putting that lava back.
okay. And you are a strange one. You are, or were, the chosen Fiona. Interesting. So do you still feel that pull, that love, as you put it?
The opportunity I get, I will be cutting her head off with this scythe.
Excellent.
Same with her husband.
Ah, an
Who's
inner
yours
fire.
as well.
An inner fire. We like a bit of fire.
No.
But you have the cold touch of death upon you, don't you? Okay, I see. So she's getting involved.
I'm just staring her down. I'm not afraid of her in any form.
She's just taking some time to sort of look around the lot of you to work out what's going on and why you are not all terrified of her. So, Florian.
Yeah.
Lovely child.
Lady.
Well, that's one of my titles, yes. Your work with the lava was interesting, if a little amateurish. I can teach you. Let these others fall away, and you and I can have a chat. I can teach you things to do with fire and flame and lava that will give you control over ones such as these mortals. Embrace your divinity, my son. Become what you need to become.
Because it made me rise from what you said just there, or what she just said.
Yeah.
Florian looks back at all of it, all of yeah.
Orchestras.
Florian looks back at everyone, and gives them all a nod. Then looks back at her, says, "I'm not letting these people fall away from me," and I leap into her.
Ooh. Make an attack roll. That she did not expect.
Matricide?
Uh-huh.
I always thought that was just the murdering of your own bed.
Could be.
Only if it's called Zem.
31.
31 to hit. Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage.
So I realised at the end of last session that I wasn't rolling all of the damage I should have rolled. Getting freaked out now about what dice I need.
Is it your massive fister?
Yeah, I didn't add the additional D6s to it last
you
time.
not?
In the fights, no.
Fist her real good.
So you want 1d10 and 2d6
Oh, wow.
plus 7.
Yeah, so 8, 14, 15, 16, 23 points.
Okay, 23 points.
Um,
And that's
yeah.
bludgeoning, isn't it? So
Yeah, magical
As you-
fisting bludgeoning damage.
yeah, magical fisting damage as you literally turn and take her completely by surprise. You hit and your fist goes into her fiery flesh and sinks deep
Bless her
up,
heart.
almost to your elbow as you punch through this body into a solid core. And she takes 2 or 3 steps backwards.
Stunning strike.
Go for it. Oh, is it? It's a con save?
I used con save, and it's probably pointless, but like as it's landed,
Go for it.
That'll be a 28.
yeah, it definitely beats it.
Yeah. She sort of reels back and screams at you. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Actually,
Advantage.
everybody make a wisdom saving throw at
Is this against
advantage.
being frightened? Because we're all immune to being frightened.
It's not against being frightened. It's,
We've got advantage on wisdom saves.
you
haven't
do,
we?
yes. Yes,
Yep.
indeed you do.
I'm good for that.
You're going to need...
I'll be going.
15.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Hi, Kim. You are going to need a 22 or above.
I got 5.
Okay. Anybody get over 22? 22 or above? 1, 2, 3. You guys,
Whoa!
well done for a start. That's 12, 17.
You're welcome.
Can
Just
we,
doing my
pass over,
challenge all that.
can we pass over our spare points to somebody?
13. No,
Oh,
you cannot.
I paladin thing,
Yeah.
Aura of Paladin thing,
Yes?
Of
Which is a
course.
plus
Plus
3
1, isn't it?
for you?
+1,
Plus 1.
because I'm a shit paladin.
So, does that help anybody get over 22 or over? That plus
No,
1.
it gives me 6.
It rounds
Okay.
me off to 30, so you know it's quite nice.
Okay, so those that failed, so 21 and below, take 30 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
Those above the 22 take 15. You take half. So
Oh,
15
sorry,
points of psychic damage.
Side effects.
I make one save.
Those of you who just succeeded, if you could just stop what you're doing, turn around and thank Yorick
Yes, thank you,
for
Yorick.
for blessing you like that.
We're all about
Save.
praising each other
I
here.
seem to have lost
Praise be to
Yep.
Reorcs who is responsible for these blessings.
Praise be to Yorick.
I succeed on a con save to maintain concentration on Hex.
Are you putting a hex on her?
No, because I put it on the previous fight and it lasts for 8 hours.
Praise caused them to disconnect.
You
But I
can,
can reapply it.
you can drop it if you want.
No, I'm maintaining it because I might reuse it because I'm
Okay.
bonus action
Okay.
reapply it.
So, what we will do now is we will roll initiative, please.
Oh dear.
I get it.
Oh,
Get my
thanks.
paladin level
As we
levels
have,
up.
as we have started, picked a fight with the fire goddess.
Natural 1.
Good grief. So,
Just Liddy's got mother issues.
yeah.
Now the rest of us have to die in
Yeah,
Gonna get us all killed.
indeed. So,
In 2 levels, I'll have an aura that can give people a bonus to initiative equal to +5.
okay.
Cool, well, let's run away and come back in 2 levels.
Exactly. That's a very
Exactly.
good plan. Well done, Yorick. Write that down. Okay.
Good idea.
So, over 25, anyone?
Not this time.
No? 20 to 25. Okay. What?
20.
20
22.
and 22. So 22 Florian. 20 Celeste. 15 and 20?
16.
16.
19.
19. Okay, 19 Yorick. 16. Ooh. Melissa. Okay, 10 to 15.
11.
13.
So 13 for Trelador. 11 for Gus. Who's left?
5.
6.
6 for Miette. And 5 for Firenze. Okay.
Good friends, a free
How
high
did I
five
happen to
for
use
going
half
slow
my-
and delete.
So, we will pick this up next week because I suspect that a battle of this scale may take longer than the sort of 10 minutes
2
or so
minutes.
that we've got.
We're all just gonna fuck off and leave Florian here
Yeah,
to deal with it.
you're going to use your initiative to run away. Good work.
This sounds like a family problem.
Yeah. Sounds like
You
a new
just told her
problem.
she was your mother-in-law. I think that makes you family too.
Well, we had a
It's
bad
not running away.
introduction.
Yeah, it's not running away. It's advancing in a different direction.
Tactical advance to the rear.
Yes.
As I said in the chat, I said coming from Trelador, that's practically a love declaration.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so, yes, we will pick this up next week. Thank you all for playing. I hope you enjoyed this little trip into the fireways. I certainly did. I thought it was interesting and fun.
Mhm.
And Fiddy's getting further and further away from his camera in shot.
Sorry,
trying to hide from
No,
the
it's
arc
brilliant.
stress.
I think she could have said anything and he wouldn't have had that response. But when it was leave all of these behind, it was just no.
Could be.
Fuck you.
You know how you jumped in a portal and we thought that was one of the most stupid things you've ever done?
We're upgrading now, are we? Okay.
In that situation, only the random collection of inhabitants of a pub got murdered. Now it's going to be all of his friends.
Acquaintances.
So,
So they're your acquaintances, they're his friends.
so we'll do a quick conspiracy beards as we got a couple of minutes. What anybody want to offer any conspiracy beards?
Yeah, my mother-in-law's a bit of a bitch.
Not sure that's a
Yeah, I
conspiracy
think
beard,
that's a fact.
but yeah.
Another.
There's something I kind of called, like in private, was that Trelador was going to end up with a secret connection to Zenariel, and lo and behold, Amash mentioning that Trelador has the touch of her mother.
Well, I did send a message to her, like when she was offering all that power to control lava and stuff to Florian. I thought if he doesn't take it, Trelador might.
Well, let's face
Are you
it.
interested in adoption?
Let's face it. Trelador fits into this family because every member of this family has mommy issues.
Yes,
Yeah.
like except for the dwarves, I think.
No. I'm talking specifically about Florian, Trelador, and Amash. Every single one of them has mommy issues.
True.
Yeah, true.
I think Amash and my mum would actually get on really well. I think they'd go for coffee and shit.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
I can
highly
see that.
probable. Yeah,
You could
I see
probably
my mother and Amash sitting in a Costa, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, but you could probably flip a coin and they'd either be pulling each other's hair out or having the nicest conversation ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with nicest conversation ever. I think that'd be funnier.
When two Karens meet.
Is adorable.
Yeah, aren't our sons lovely?
Either that or they start having a fight. Somebody says something to them, they beat the shit out of the third person, then have a nice coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Right,
would
let's-
scan. Absolutely.
I also love that in all of that conversation, the fact that Florian and Trelador introduced that they were in somewhat of a relationship was the least controversial thing to
Yeah.
Amash.
Yeah, she was just totally glossing over that. She was going for the power trip. Because that's what
That's
she's like.
twice now I've rolled against her and it's been exactly the same, so it hasn't
Really?
beaten it. Yeah, because the last time with the lava, I rolled exactly the same and didn't have
Yeah.
to pull on it.
Yeah. I mean, she's
But this
a
this time
goddess,
it
so
made her notice me. Yeah,
yeah.
well, yeah, I get that, but yeah, it's
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So, any other conspiracy beards, or are we good for today?
Well, just one more. There is
Yep.
another step towards Gus's dad definitely being outed as a dragon.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What Shine said about him.
Maybe Shine is Gus's dad.
No,
Trying to be good
I
for
think-
granddad.
possibly. I feel like friends would have picked that up.
Great granddad.
I mean, if I'm related to Shine, does that mean that Firenze is going to start worshipping me?
No, never, ever.
Seems unlikely. A, that you're related to Shine, and B, that Firenze will start worshipping you, even if you were.
It's like the whole lineage thing in Lord of the Rings, where you have like, I can never remember his name, but like Elrond and his daughter. Like it's only
Oh,
three
right.
generations on the elven side, and like, thank you, Erwin, and about like 70 on the human-ish side, but still inbreeding.
Yeah.
Thanks for tonight, folks. Not sorry, and looking forward to next week.
Yes. That does mean, of course, I've got to make a map and an encounter.
Wines
But that's
and
a
mash.
me problem.
At least you have a whole
mash
week's
map.
notice.
I do, indeed. Well, I kind of figured you were going to do that, so.
It's a monster map.
But we did get through.
A monster mash.
We got
A
through
mash.
quite a big. Got through quite a big tunnel.
Yeah.
Beat someone. Got through thousands of feet of lava.
And now we're standing on a
Oh.
rapidly disappearing path.
Do we level up?
While the two
No.
people. Well, if
Yeah,
you'd
I
have
mean-
looked before the fight, that'd be really handy.
Yeah.
I did say that to make my character even more complicated, I'm tempted to take a level in Druid now that I control all the forest.
Absolutely, you should. What we'll do is we'll get you a level in every single class.
I was considering that for a character. Just take one, like a jack of all trades, take one level in everything.
That'd be
Brilliant
amazing.
video by what's his name, Puffin Forest, about that. He had a character called Absurd that had a level in every single class in 5e.
I'll be
You
willing
need to
do that,
roll
Gary.
pretty damn well to meet the prerequisites.
Hey, well, I'm a
13
paladin
plus
with a -1 charisma, so I think we can bend the
Yeah,
prerequisites.
I have sort of skipped prerequisites for some characters here because
Yeah.
it's just it doesn't fit story wise. But there you go. That's just me because I feel that I can. So unless there's any more pressing conspiracy beardness, we'll call it a night. Thank you very much for watching.
Yes,
Sorry.
I said thank you, Chaz.
Yeah, no, you're welcome, James. Thank you all for playing. It was really good fun. We'll be back here on Sunday. No, we won't. Will we be here on Sunday? Yes, we're doing Investigate on Sunday. aren't we?
Yeah. Ashley's missing, but I think we'll
Okay, so we'll be here
Cracking
for
on.
Investigators on Sunday, and of course we'll be back here on Tuesday for the Fire Goddess Lady Amash, Lady of Fire, fight versus our intrepid heroes. So, if you
Just
liked
Florian.
it and you thought it was great fun, then great, we love you, you're fantastic. If you didn't like it, however, well, off you fuck.